अच्छे दिन वाह।
May 16, 2014. The promise of Achhe Din rang out across the country. Narendra Modi's soaring ambition was only matched by the soaring hopes of people who voted in the BJP with a full majority, a feat last achieved only 3 decades ago. The government started by striking all the right notes, talking about being the people's servant, not ruler.
मैं आपके बीच प्रधानमंत्री के रूप में नहीं, प्रधान सेवक के रूप में उपस्थित हूं। मैं नरेंद्र दामोदर दास मोदी ईश्वर की शपथ लेता हूं कि मैं विधि द्वारा स्थापित भारत के संविधान के प्रति सच्ची श्रद्धा और निष्ठा रखूंगा।
मैं भारत के संविधान के प्रति
Swearing in a young and lean cabinet, with the emphasis being on efficiency, synergy and an ability to deliver.
इस विषय पे पूरा जानकारी लूंगा।
Making a diplomatic statement by inviting all SAARC heads of state, including Pakistan, for the elaborate ceremony. And the very first cabinet meeting of the Modi government ended with the decision to set up an SIT to unearth black money.
It is a matter of great assurance for us that in the very first cabinet meeting of the new government, headed by Honorable the Prime Minister Shri Narendra Modi, in the light of the directions of the Honorable the Supreme Court, we have constituted an SIT for unearthing black money. As you may all recall, this was an important issue for us. Therefore, it was a matter of assurance for us.
ये स्टेट का सब्जेक्ट नहीं है, ये सेंट्रल का भी है।
Then came the speed breakers on the promised highway of good governance. Proposed Ghar Wapsi, supposed anti-love jihad programs, and attacks on churches fanned minority insecurities.
हम स्वामी जी के भाषण पर, प्रवचनों पर अपने को जोड़ते हुए निवेदन करना चाहते हैं, कम से कम 4 बच्चे पैदा करो।
अगर वो हिंदू बनेगा, हम उसको स्वीकार करेंगे।
Adding to the embarrassment were MPs and ministers speaking out of line and the infamous episode involving MPs of ally Shiv Sena thrusting food into the mouth of a fasting Muslim employee of Maharashtra Bhavan.
ये आपको तय करना है कि दिल्ली में राम जादव की सरकार बनेगी या की सरकार बनेगी, आपको स्वयं फैसला करना है।
निवेदन करना चाहते हैं, कम से कम 4 बच्चे पैदा करो। एक हम साधु महात्माओं को दे दो, एक वो हमारे पत्रकार पूछ रहे थे सीज पार उल्लंघन हो रहा है तो एक सीमा पर भेज दो।
So has the government that enjoys a brute majority left the minorities unsettled?
देखिए, एक बात तो बहुत साफ है, कोई भी डिस्ट्रक्टिव एजेंडा डेवलपमेंट के एजेंडे पर मोदी सरकार के डोमिनेट नहीं कर पाया है। मोदी सरकार का एजेंडा सिर्फ डेवलपमेंट है, डेवलपमेंट है और डेवलपमेंट है, और डेवलपमेंट के रास्ते लोगों में सोशल सिक्योरिटी, इकोनॉमिक सिक्योरिटी और लोगों को प्रोग्रेस की मेन स्ट्रीम में शामिल करना, और स्पेशली माइनॉरिटीज़। प्रधानमंत्री जी बहुत स्पष्ट हैं इस मामले में, और इस तरह की किसी भी आवाज़ को, जो आवाज़ की समाज में बिखराव और टकराव का माहौल पैदा करे, उसको कभी भी बर्दाश्त नहीं किया गया है। इस तरह की आइसोलेटेड वॉइसेस जो है वो अपने आप अपनी ख़त्म होती रही हैं, कमज़ोर होती रही हैं, लोगों ने रिजेक्ट किया है। ये देश जो है वो, अगर देश जो है वो सेकुलर है, तो वो सेकुलर देश जो है वो केवल अल्पसंख्यकों की वजह से नहीं है। इस देश को सेकुलर बनाने में इस देश के बहुसंख्यकों का हाथ है, और आज देश का सेकुलरिज्म अगर महफूज है, सुरक्षित है, तो देश के बहुसंख्यक उसके लिए बहुत बड़े जिम्मेदार भी हैं और बहुत बड़े उसके निगहबान भी हैं। इसलिए अल्पसंख्यक बहुसंख्यक बहुत दिन हो गया, ये सियासत जो है वो बहुत दिन हो गई, सेकुलरिज्म, कम्युनलिज्म, ये वो बहुत चल गया।
Governance reforms were next. Bureaucratic GOMs were done away with. The Planning Commission replaced by Niti Aayog. But critics weren't impressed.
EGOMs, or the group of ministers, ensured that all the capacity, all the knowledge of the concerned ministries was brought to bear on the decision-making process. Before then, it finally got marked up to cabinet and other people could weigh in. This Prime Minister, made a flourish saying that I am abolishing all EGOMs and I am abolishing all GOMs. But what he has done is that he surreptitiously introduced informal GOMs, because without interdisciplinary cooperation, government cannot function. I guess it also has a lot to do with the fact that he was an outsider to Delhi, he did not know how the central government functions, and in the past 1 year, he's tried to run the government of India, like a chief minister's office. And frankly, the sum total of this government is 3 men in a boat: the Prime Minister, his finance minister and the president of the BJP. The rest are virtually either non-existent or rubber stamps.
और नीति आयोग क्या चीज़ है आज तक नहीं मालूम है। आपको मालूम है नीति आयोग क्या हो रहा है? नीति आयोग में 20,000 करोड़ की एलोकेशन है नीति आयोग में। कोई मालूम नहीं, किसी को नहीं मालूम कि इसके ऑब्जेक्टिव्स क्या हैं। इन्होंने ऐलान तो कर दिया कि हम प्लानिंग कमीशन खत्म करेंगे, ये नहीं बताया कि नीति आयोग करेगा क्या।
Well, I must give them 10 marks out of 10 for announcements. They are very good at announcements, but I'm sorry I have to give them 0 out of 10 for performance. And one of the latest announcements that they have made, and I've seen it in papers and elsewhere, is we've done it in 1 year, right? We've turned things around in 1 year. Now, of course, in announcements, they've done everything. They've done a fantastic job in announcements. But I'm sorry, on the ground, nothing at all. And it's beginning to show, people are beginning to talk about it, and it'll create a huge, huge tsunami of frustration amongst the people of India as we go forward. And that's not good for the country. I will not rejoice at the failure of the NDA simply because that is also something that hurts the country. But obviously, in things that they do or intend to do which are harmful for the country, I think we have no choice but to stand up and be counted against any such proclivity and any such tendency. And there are many such things that I'm afraid we have seen even in their announcements. But if they've succeeded anywhere on the ground or in implementing something, it's those unwholesome and unacceptable things rather than the good things.
Modi's next big test were the assembly elections, with state after state being won, from Maharashtra to Haryana to Jharkhand, but not without the polls exposing the rift within the NDA. The alliance with the Shiv Sena broke down on the eve of the Maharashtra assembly elections, leading many to wonder if the BJP's allies in government were not exactly comfortable with its newfound self-assertion. The partnership with the Sena was ultimately salvaged. But have the seeds of doubt been planted for other allies too?
This government has never taken anybody for granted. It's all in discussions, and if any ally has any fears, we are free to voice them. So are our CMs, so are we as representatives over there. And like Pradhan Mantri ji has said, it's sabka saath, sabka vikas. If even the opposition has issues, the PM has said on the floor of the parliament that we are willing to discuss and debate and to incorporate.
And so, with one state election victory after another, the Modi juggernaut rolled on, until it hit the Kejriwal in Delhi, crashing to a humiliating low of 3 seats out of 70. But the biggest challenge for Modi and his lieutenants was a state where the BJP got its biggest tally in history, yet there was no real cause for cheer. Jammu and Kashmir, where forming the government for the very first time may just have become an albatross around the BJP's neck. Worse, the seeming compromises made by his party in Jammu and Kashmir gave Modi plenty of reasons to cringe at the centre.
लगता है पार के लोगों ने भी एटमॉस्फेयर को कंडीशिव करने दिया. That's my humble suffering.
Started with ally PDP thanking Pakistan for the smooth conduct of elections, then graduated to the freeing of separatist Masrat Alam from custody, to even the long rope given to Pakistan flag-waving anti-India figures like Syed Ali Shah Gilani.
I think it's an amazing combination of two lots of confused people, lack of total clarity, lack of vision, lack of being ready to pay a price for what they believe in, and lack of understanding of what they are playing with, that they are playing with fire. I think there's too lot of confused people. I feel sorry for Kashmir.
The alliance in Jammu and Kashmir is an alliance for governance. As far as the governance part is concerned, we have a common program, common minimum agenda. Based on that, we are running the government there. As far as the individual views of the leaders of the PDP or for that matter BJP are concerned, they are the political views, they are the ideological positions that they tend to take. But as far as the government in the state is concerned, it is strictly run on the principles of CMP. And as far as the governance is concerned, we discussed and decided to go in for alliance.
The Modi government now faces the charge that it was forced to soften its tough stand on Pakistan and turn a blind eye to its misdemeanors only so that a governing alliance could be brokered with the PDP in J&K. The government naturally disagreed.
As far as separatism is concerned, as far as terrorism is concerned, Prime Minister himself has time and again reiterated that we follow a policy of zero tolerance and we stand by it. I think there is absolute clarity and consistency as far as that is concerned, and at times when we have found the other partner dithering on it or appearing to dither, we have made it a point to point out to them, and they also have tried to heed the advice rendered by us, and therefore I think there is no compromise as far as issues related to nationalism or the sovereignty and integrity of the country are concerned.
क्या कभी सोचा है आज हमारे देश में सेक्स रेशियो का क्या हाल है? 1000 लड़कों के सामने 940 बेटियां पैदा होती हैं. मैं उन माताओं बहनों को कहता हूं कि आप बेटे की आश में बेटियों को बलि मत चढ़ाइए.
Perhaps it is easy to make and forget political promises about reforms that can bring Achhe Din. But one thing that really stood out throughout last year was Prime Minister Modi's speech from the Red Fort, where in an outreach to the people, he reminded them that the change begins with them.
Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, for example, where the PM spoke out against female feticide and pushed for girls' education.
सारे ना पत्थर अलग करके एक सेपरेट सेक्शन बनाते हैं.
Swachh Bharat, where the Prime Minister told each citizen to do his bit to keep the country clean, making it a Twitter fashion of sorts, with celebs scurrying to wield the broom and post their selfies. Even the budget announced half a dozen social security schemes aimed at the poor and underprivileged.
These social security schemes reflect our commitment to utilize the Jan Dhan platform to ensure that no Indian citizen will have to worry about illness, accidents or penury. Being sensitive to the needs of the poor and underprivileged and the disadvantaged, the government also remains committed to the ongoing welfare schemes of the SCs, STs and women.
According to the opposition, the Prime Minister's well-meaning programs have a problem though. Congress claims that they are nothing but rehash of existing UPA ones. Swachh Bharat, for example, they say is nothing but Nirmal Bharat by another name. But at over $10 billion, it's an ambitious project that calls for over 1 crore private and over 5 lakh community toilets, for which rupees 860 crores have already been released.
But if there was one Achilles heel for the government, it was the task of passing bills that would push economic reform and help the government get closer to fulfilling its election promises. The opposition, though, didn't bite. In fact, bills like that for land acquisition put the government in the crosshairs of those who saw the legislation as a sellout to corporates and big business.
आपकी सरकार बड़े लोगों की सरकार है, सूट बूट की सरकार है। मैं सोचता था कि चोर रात को आते हैं, छुप के आते हैं, खिड़की के अंदर से कूद कर आते हैं, मगर मुझे पता लगा कि सबसे बड़े चोर खुले दिन में आते हैं, सबके सामने आते हैं और सूट पहन कर आते हैं। धन्यवाद।
So where does the Modi government stand after 365 days in office? The opposition is of the firm belief that Achhe Din are far from here. All of that was mere election jumlebazi. The people's jury on that, though, is still out. Thanks for watching our special broadcast on Modi 365. A quick break. The news continues on the other side.